Hey guys, in today's video I want to show you how I sorted all of my Lego that was originally in this little organized thing, and they were originally in this bottom, like in this bottom drawer, which is just full of a bunch of like boxes and boxes. And the nice thing is I can actually roll this out of here because it actually has wheels. So I'll show you that real quick. Okay, so in this top row we have a bunch of little bags and like medium-sized bags that are technically smaller than a sandwich bag, and this little container which is actually full of little cone pieces and cylinder pieces. So let me go ahead and open it real quick. Inside of it I just put a bunch of little cone pieces like this, so I can grab it. Hang on. A bunch of cone pieces and a bunch of little cylinder pieces that I had with the bricks that are in the bottom row that I'll show you here in a little bit. But yeah, that's all the pieces in there. Then we have a bunch of little jumper plates, which we have those 1x2s, a 1x3 one, and a bunch of those little 2x2 ones. So then in the next bag, hang on. In the next bag we have a bunch of little studs. I have some clear ones, I have some solid colors, and some shiny colors. Anyways, then in this bag we actually have a bunch of teeth pieces, which there is 1x1 pieces like that, and there is these little 2 teeth ones. Then we have a bunch of 1x1 pieces, which is just full of little 1x1s, and I recycled this bag because it's not recycled, so that's what I'm using it for. But anyways, then we have a bunch of girl pieces in here with a couple of gold bar pieces like that. So yeah, there's that bag. Then over here, we have a sandwich bag full of little curved pieces. Then over here, we have got a bunch of Technic pieces that were small enough to fit in this bag. Then we have a bunch of ball pieces, which are like curved pieces like that, brick pieces, plate pieces, which is actually what most of these are, these little pieces, and whatever those ones are. Then I have a bunch of double-sided pieces in this bag. Sorry, the bag is on some paint rollers, but I can open it and show you real quick after I pause the video. Here's a better look at the inside of them. So there's a couple ball pieces in there, mostly just like double-sided pieces that are curved and all that stuff. So yeah. Then we have these little pieces right here, which are like car pieces that come in Lego sets. I have all kinds of different colors in there. Then I have whatever you call these pieces, because I don't know what they're called. I just call them like little slope pieces that are thin. But let me know what those are and comment down below. Alright. Then we have a bunch of headlight bricks right here. And there's a couple of them that are like stacked together like that were pre-molded, like that red one right there. But yeah, so there's all the headlight bricks. Then we have these little inverted slopes, which I actually built something out of them that I'll show here in a little bit after I get done sorting all these Legos. Then we have a bunch of tiles. And then we have a bunch of these little curved pieces, or whatever you call them. I just call them like little tile curves. Then over here, we have a bunch of clip pieces and pan pieces in there because they're compatible with clips. Then in this bag, oh boy, we have a lot of these corner pieces in a bunch of different colors and like shapes, like that curved one and all that stuff. And also this bag is very thin. Anyways, then we have a bunch of these little what do you call them? Like bracket pieces is what I call them. And I have a bunch of little brackets. Whoops. I don't know what side it was on. I think it was on this side. So yeah, those are all those. And then we have a bunch of these like 2-stud curved pieces that came from a Pokeball that I didn't build because I was just getting a little bored that day. So that's the entire top row. So now coming to the bottom row, we have a bunch of these little 1x1 plates with a couple of 2x2s like that. Oh boy, and then we have a bunch of slopes in here. These are all slopes. Then we have a bulging out brick bag right here, which is bulging out of its seam. Looks like it's got a rip because it's so bulged out, but it's not a bag I had. Then over here, we have a bunch of Technic pieces that were way bigger, so they wouldn't fit in that little bag. But yeah, these are all Technic pieces. And then got a bunch of like round pieces like that stack of bricks, and these little plate pieces. And we even have these weird looking brick pieces like that only have 3 studs that are like kind of square kind of thing. And over here we have our what do they call them, like pillar pieces and door pieces and window pieces, and like pieces that were like bricks stacked on top of each other, pretty much like they were molded like that. And finally, for the middle level, we have a bunch of car pieces. So here's what the front of the bag looks like. So I have that car base in there, and then I just have a bunch of like wheel well pieces, and there's a bunch of wheels and all that stuff, and like pegs. And now finally, moving on to the bottom row, where I have these, which are actually bricks that are molded like that, which are modified bricks is what I call them. And you just got a bunch of like curved pieces, really those ones with 3 studs on them, even these little pieces like that. So yeah, sorry if I hard fold it. Then you have a bag full of plates right here. So yeah, those are all plates, and that's actually tile, but it wouldn't fit in a tile bag, so I just put it with plates. Then we have some curved pieces that are also plates, like this. So yeah, those are what those are. Then we have these little wedge pieces, like this. So yeah, now moving on to this bag right here, which is like full of a bunch of 2x plates, which these I actually use for a lot of things. So yeah, so it's kind of nice having these sorted out. And finally, the big bag, which is full of a bunch of Lego bricks. Every single brick in here is not a modified brick, except that one's actually broken, but it still works, which is kind of surprising. So yeah, that is my entire cart full of Legos that have been sorted out. And as I was saying earlier, these are the Lego builds that I built. I built this out of bracket pieces, some tiles, and some plates in a brick, and some of those like bracket pieces. And then I made this out of Technic pieces, and you're supposed to do this with it. It feels really good. And I can even stand it up like this and like this. And then I made this little fidget toy, which you're supposed to hold like this, and then you're just pretty much supposed to go back and forth. I made it out of tiles, plates, and clip pieces. So yeah, and then over here, I forgot to mention this, but I have a bunch of brick separators that I don't have a bag for, so they're kind of just sitting over here. And this piece is actually to hang this Eevee pixel art on the wall, but I don't want to hang it on the wall right now because, like I said, there's holes in the wall from the last owner trying to hang crap up. But yeah, you can use that piece as a brick separator on the bottom. And then this piece is just like a little tile piece with the letters tiles, but I don't really use it for anything like that. So yeah, that is all of my Legos that I sorted. So make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.